the camera. And we thought it would be fun to do like a question and answer type of video. We get a lot of questions from people across the country, friends and family members, and some people we don't even know that are starting this journey. And so we thought we would just make one video where we answer all of them. Like I've said in other videos, he does the science behind it and the nutritional value and why we do what we do, and I make it taste good. So if we get stumped on a question, he's going to answer it.
And I can't guarantee that I have the answer. My deal is this. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm not a researcher, except to the point that we started this journey because of some health issues that I had. I'm one of those type of people that I do exhaustive research. Anytime that I have a question, I look it up and research and so on, particularly if it's something that has to do with my health or the health of my family. So, and I think that's the least we can do is educate ourselves. That's a primary thing. I mean, the Word of God says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And many times it's that one piece of information that can change everything. And with me, it was the plant-based lifestyle. So we wanted to do this video and just take a few short minutes, answer a couple of questions. I'd like to know a good plant-based recipe that's delicious, nutritious, and fast. Well, that's pretty broad, but let me turn to our recipe.
I think a lot of people make it, they make it too hard. They make it too complicated. It's really not. We have in our house what we call a pink book. And our kids fight over this book, what they want it one day. It's just a pink leather-bound journal that I've had for 15 years that I've jotted recipes down in as people have given them to me, my own recipes, as I found them, different things like that. And so on this journey, I just thought, I have this whole book of these wonderful recipes. Surely I can make them plant-based. And turns out it was so easy on so many of them. Just are the foods that you already know how to make. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's not that hard to swap out some vegan cheese for some dairy cheese. Or our vegan ground beef that we make. That makes enough for 3 meals. And it's just like you would regularly cook your ground beef recipes when you make a goulash or a chili or a casserole or spaghetti. It doesn't matter. I mean, so it's really not that difficult just to swap out a few items for items that you can eat. You don't have to go out and learn all these new recipes.
So with that in mind, give us an example one. And if it's one that we have on our YouTube channel, refer to it, but give us an example of one that's quick and easy. Maybe it'd feed a lot of kids.
Sure.
If you have kids and things like
one that we made a lot when our kids were growing up is cowboy soup. It's kind of like a taco soup a little bit. All it is beans, basically, and rotel and diced tomatoes, and it has ground beef in it. So I just put our ground beef that we made in it. Just make a big batch, like on a Sunday or a Saturday, whenever you would meal prep. Put it in your refrigerator or your freezer. And then just add a pound of it is 2 cups. And then also there is a dry ranch. Well, on one of our videos, there's a dry ranch mix. Or you can buy a vegan dry ranch.
So you've taken the dry ranch and substituted plant-based, animal product-free ingredients and come up with a dry ranch.
Yeah, and it's just recipe. A dump and go. So it's not, there's no measuring, there's nothing. You literally just open cans, add it to a pot, and the ground beef and dry ranch and taco seasoning. I mean, that's it. And it makes a big batch, and it's delicious.
Well, let me kind of do a little foreshadowing. We're about to do a recipe pretty quick for a classic family favorite, macaroni and cheese. Well, we've taken our rockin' cheese sauce and altered it a little bit to make it more kid-friendly, make it a little creamier, adhere to the noodles a little better, but it's really taste fantastic. It tastes just like your classic macaroni and cheese.
But I have some questions. I have some really good questions. Okay. Probably the number one question we get, if anybody has been plant-based for more than 30 seconds, you will get this question. Can I really get all the protein I need from just plants? There's a lot of emphasis on protein in today's world, and that it has to come from meat somehow. But, all plant foods contain protein in varying amounts, really. And then the plants with the most are like your tofu and your soy products, your whole grains, your quinoa, beans, nuts, seeds.
Even rice.
And rice. And, and it's not really about the quantity, it's about the quality. So you're getting more quality protein from the plants. My dad says, because he does this too, when people ask him that question, he says, well, I guess the same place cows get their protein, and then, people are like, veggies absorb into your body better than the animal protein anyway, so you use it more efficiently.
The great thing about that trade-off is when you get your protein from plants, you don't put up with the intracellular fat buildup. You don't have the cholesterol issues that you would have if you used animal-based products, animal fat-rich products. So, a lot of people do keto and some different programs and are seeing some degree of success, and that's great. But my concern would be, those type of diets and programs don't really address the cholesterol issue. They don't effectively help you to address that issue and the intracellular fat buildup that causes a lot of the medical problems that you see. That's why plant-based is so effective. That's why in less than 3 weeks, I could go from medicated high blood sugar down to not taking medication, and my blood sugar being in the range, the perfect range that it should be, because my body chemistry changed. I got rid of a lot of that fat on the cellular level, and then also it started some other things to happening. I could my insulin could now address any sugars that I took in. And also, it opened up the fat burning process so that I could drop a lot of the weight and the things that had been building up. It seemed like it was impossible for me to lose weight. But like I said, I'm not the expert, and a lot of what I say is anecdotal. But when you're the anecdote, when it's you that the story is about, and there's a specific meaningful change, then what's wrong with anecdotal? But if you want to see some of the scientific information, I really recommend nutritionfacts.org. It's Dr. Michael Greger, who is the expert. He reviews and pores over tens of thousands upon thousands of studies and clinical tests and studies about these different things. So I recommend that you go to nutritionfacts.org, and you can find out the real scoop, the scientific part of it. Why is plant-based whole food effective?